Isn't life supposed to get easier when you get older? I mean, you've got a lifetime of experience, you're mature, and of course, you make wise decisions. But that's not how it works, is it? With age comes the pressure to keep it all together: work, relationships, health, family, so many expectations. And the truth is, most of us are carrying way more than we really want to talk about. So if you're reacting to the small things that normally you would not find a problem, if you can't make a decision, and if you're way more impatient than usual, you're easily triggered, your emotions are all over the place, your level of anxiety is out of control, this video is for you. I am going to teach you something I learned years ago from Eckhart Tolle, and that is how to find calm when you're in complete chaos, how to be the eye of the storm. Essentially, no matter what is going on around you, there is always a state of calm deep inside of you. It's kind of like you're in a boat on the ocean and you're being completely thrown around in this storm and you've got totally no control and you're taking this huge battering. But just beneath the surface of the water, there's this deeply profound, silent state of peace. So this is the place that you need to access. And something I really want you to remember: when you're overwhelmed, it doesn't mean that you're weak. It most probably means that you've been way too strong for way too long without taking time out for yourself to go within, to pause. An overwhelm, well, it's a result of when we're trying to control things that can't really be controlled. It's like what Mel Robbins teaches in the let them theory. And how I understand it is that all too often we need to stop trying to control the outcomes, choices our loved ones are making, and allow others to have their own opinions, judgments, to choose a path you may believe to be completely wrong. Because we're all on our own journey. We're all learning from our mistakes. We all have really different values, fears, dreams, and we all look at the world so differently. So after 40, being the experienced, wise person that we are, the emotional overload often becomes much heavier. We've got aging parents, we've got career changes, relationships, your kids leaving home, unexpected grief, your body changing, and that person in the mirror looking back at you. Honestly, when I'm having a really good day, I feel like I'm in my 30s. But on the inside, when I'm really challenged, I feel my energy completely being drained. And if I look in the mirror, what? Who is that? Okay, so when life feels too much, the most powerful thing you can do is to come back to yourself. Not the endless to-do list, the phone calls, the text messages, the emails, but to take your awareness inwards, to your breath, to your body, and to remain in silence long enough to get back in touch with your inner calm, your peace within. Sounds easy, huh? Well, it really should be, because all you have to do is sit. Don't do anything. Just take time out in silence. But who does that? If I were to ask you, have you tried meditation? I'm betting pretty much every one of you and everyone you know would tell me, yes, of course I've tried meditation. And then if I asked you, do you still meditate? Less than 3%. It's a big resounding no. So who meditates every day? Just a few minutes a day, just in silence, to sit and be and breathe. No phone, no social media, no music, no TV, no distractions. I reckon now we've eliminated over 99% of the population. So back to you. When is the last time you sat down in silent reflection to recharge your battery, to find your calm eye of the storm, feeling sensations in your body, observing your breath rising and falling? rather than doing. Just being. So your healing begins when you become still, when you create space to feel, to listen. Listen to what? As you know, most of us rarely ever sits in silence. No music, no distractions, no TV, no phone, eyes closed. Why? Because if you chose to try this out, to be silent, to simply just be, initially that voice in your head, it will start talking even more than usual. It goes completely out of control. And it doesn't just happen to you. It happens to all of us. Your mind will say you've got things to do. It'll pull up things from the past. It'll start anticipating something in your future. You'll start to analyze how you're feeling, why you're feeling a certain way, how you could fix it. What am I doing sitting here? Have I gone totally insane? And in a second, you're back on the treadmill. So instead of allowing, observing, being patient, waiting for the mind to calm, what do? You get up, you check your phone, you start multitasking again. And I have done this more times than I'd like to admit. But I promise you, if you can just sit and just stay, and allow the thoughts to clear, there will be a space. And you know it when it happens because your breathing will change. You'll feel less tense, kind of like the clouds have just cleared and there's this vast open space of consciousness. But initially, when you try this, if you're like me, when I am stressed, when I am completely overwhelmed, I get crazy busy. I clean, I declutter the whole house, I throw things away, and this is great. It fixes my house, but it doesn't really fix what I'm feeling and going through inside. It doesn't fix my emotional state. So you sit in silence and you wait for the clouds to clear, for the busy thoughts to drift away. And your key to silence is to focus on your breath. Taking an inhale from your lower belly up through the body to the top of your head, and exhaling with control, watching, observing, focusing on your breath. And as soon as your mind starts to wander again, pull it back, come back to your breath. So you sit in silence and you wait for the clouds to clear, for the busy thoughts to drift away. And your key to silence is to focus on your breath. Taking an inhale from your lower belly, up through the body, all the way to the top of your head. And with control, exhaling, watching, observing, focusing on your breath. And as soon as the mind starts to wander, pull it back and come back to the breath. Now, this level of discipline to most of us is extremely unfamiliar. But if for once you can just ignore your thoughts, and when your mind is saying, "What are you doing sitting here when you've got so much to do?" Just like a third person viewing yourself, see your own struggle and observe your thoughts. See your own perseverance to sit and be. See yourself. Allow and be patient. But if you get up, you give up, you keep on pushing, forcing, over time, something will have to give. And in my experience, it's our immune system that takes a nosedive and you get sick. And look, it's pretty amazing how resilient we can be to keep going, keep getting things done, keep moving on to the next task. Your mind's completely full, but something's got to give. Your breath is your power. In silence, you find your peace, and in peace, you open the door to wisdom. Ask yourself, what do I need right now? Maybe it's a quiet moment outside in nature, or maybe sitting with your eyes closed doing some long, slow, deep breaths. Just start where you are. My friend, you are not here to keep going until you drop. You're allowed to not have it all figured out. You're allowed to choose peace over pressure. You are here to experience, to take time out, to reflect, to grow, to feel, to breathe, to know that no matter what's happening around you, there is always a calm place deep inside of you. We are all supported by something far bigger than the chaos of today. The same force that beats your heart and moves the oceans lives within you. You are never alone. You are so much stronger than you think. You are allowed to begin again today, right now. If this practice brings you peace, then go ahead and share it with someone who needs grounding too. And if you'd like more meditations, emotional healing tools, then go ahead and subscribe. Until next time, my friend, namaste.